Sérieux? Sérieux? Sérieux?
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Cyril Thomas, and first I want to thank you all for buying this project and for supporting my art, my heart. If you love this project, I'm pretty sure you're gonna appreciate my two other babies, Band Direction and Face Hacker, that you can find out on penguinmagic.com too. They are my babies, and this one is my newborn. I mean, you're gonna discover it now, but it's such a simple technique that allows you to do like 6 miracles. It's super simple, it's just super clean, it's perfect for impromptu magic. You just have to set up this stuff like in half of a second. It's so simple, but you can do so many stuff with it. So I hope it's gonna open doors for your creativity also, and that you're gonna perform all these tricks for your friends, family, dogs and cats, or cats and dogs, and fishes, and ants, and whatever you want to. If you want to know what kind of band I use for this project, I use rainbow rubber bands from Jorin Fleisch, so it's size 19. So don't buy the 16 for the project, 19 is perfect. I'm pretty sure that other bands can work for this project, but this one is the one I use. They are very brightful, solid. I love these bands, okay? Did I say it well, Joe? Is it perfect like that, or should I say something else? No, Joe is not here, come on! He's in USA, and I'm in France. But he's a good friend of mine, so... It's not because he's a good friend. It's really cool, okay? So, if you want to practice rubber and magic, they are the best for me. It's just my opinion, but yeah. Sorry, Rafa. Did it hurt you? No? Is it...
It's okay.
Okay, perfect. So, no more wait. I know you can't wait for it, so here is the explanations of all the tricks of this crazy project. So here is the explanation of Schrödinger's gap. So for this trick and for all the tricks of this project, what you need first is to have a bunch of bands around your wrist. So what I do usually is that I take a bunch of bands, okay, like that, and I just double them. So I do this and I double them, okay, so they are very tight around my wrist. I say it because for all of this project, you use only one band, but a part of this band is always around your wrist, and when this part of the band pop back here, you can see it if you don't have any more bands to hide the move of this band, okay? So it's very important for all this trick to have other bands around your wrist very tight, so double them, and that's more than an advice, you have to do it. So for the explanation, don't put them back, because we don't need them, but keep in mind that for other tricks you need to have other bands of the same color of the one you use around your wrist, doubled to be very tight. Second advice here is to have a lot of tattoos. So here's a real secret of the trick. You need to have very black tattoo, dark tattoos for the no, okay, come on guys, I'm just kidding. It's not the secret of the trick, it's very more easy than this. And less painful, I mean, kind of. So here's a real explanation of it. So for this trick, first, you need to prepare this band around your wrist in this way. So you have the band here. What you have to do is to place your hand like that, okay, from under your wrist. So, boom, and you place it. Oh, it's my phone. It's okay, no worries. It's just a message. So you are like that, okay, in this position. And when you are like that, you're gonna twist your hand like that. It's what I'm gonna call the clockwise move. So remember it, when I talk about clockwise, it's in this way. If you twist it in the other side, it's the anti-clockwise. But this move, like that, okay, like that, and like that, it's the clockwise move. and then you place back the band around your wrist. So you are here, clockwise move, just half of a twist, and place it back on your wrist. Okay? So it's very easy to do, like, you just place your hand under, you prepare it like that. So now your band is prepared for the trick. Okay, so beforehand, before the trick, you have to prepare it like that. Don't do it half of an hour before it, because your blood gonna stuck here, and you're gonna lose your hand. Sorry, I'm French. Okay, so now that you're prepared, here is the secret of the trick. So beforehand, you are like that. Okay. Now what you have to do is to take one of these two threads of the band. So this one of this one don't matter. So prepare to take this one. So you're gonna take one of the thread, this one for example, with your thumb like that. You're gonna stretch it a lot, like that. Okay. Okay, you're in this position. So with your thumb, and then you take it, you stretch it a lot, and here is what you do. You're gonna place it here. It's very easy. Okay, you can see, very easy. You're gonna pinch it between your thumb and your index finger, and then you're gonna go back. No twist, no crazy move, and you're gonna place it back here. Okay, so here, you're gonna place it back here. Like here, you're gonna place it back here. And see, okay, no more time. So, if you do it in real life, in real time, it looks like that. That's the only move you have to learn. That's it. No, seriously, that's the only move. So here, and that's it. So once more, here, pinch it, go back, and place it like that. It's a similar move to the Hansen or DMC move that I caught here, and they are very good creators of magic trick. But it's different because you double the bend beforehand, so it's kind of different. So you are here. It's similar to the Hansen touch move, for example, and you're in this position. So now that you're in this position, you can see that there is two threads. This one that go from here to here, and another one that go from here to here. I'm gonna show you like that. You see? There is two threads, in fact. You see them? So, what you have to do now that you're in this position, with your thumb, you're gonna squeeze this part of the band to be sure that this part of the band don't escape. Okay? Be sure that this part don't escape, but you see that there is another part here that can escape. So, with your thumb, you're gonna try to do this kind of move to keep this one here, but to release this part here. Look, I try to do it slowly, you see? This part can be released. So you're gonna try to release this part. It's the aim of it. Train yourself to release this part of the band and not this one, okay? So once more, by doing this kind of move. Don't exaggerate the move, okay? And train yourself to do this, okay? To escape this move. And now you can do the trick. So here is the other secret of the trick. With this hand, you're gonna pinch the band here with your index finger over the thumb. Okay? So be sure that your index is not here or here or here or here, but that your index is here. So over the thumb right here. It's gonna be important. So pinch the band here. So from this position here, you pinch the band like that, okay, from here, with the index over it, and then you're gonna place your hand on the other hand like that. So you can put it here or here, but don't block this band here. Be sure that it's more here. So here or here, it's gonna work, okay? But the perfect position for me is just here, okay? I don't know if you can see it, but just here, okay? Then, look what happened. When you release the part of the band that I told you, it's gonna slide just over there. It's gonna be hidden behind your thumb. So from face, it's gonna look like that. And if I do all the move, so you are prepared like that. So look how quick it is. Boom, it's prepared. You see? It's so quick. You just have to say, oh, I'm gonna take a band, boom, it's prepared, okay? So you take the band, index over the thumb, You can even spread your fingers to show that all the band is clear under your hand. You can even do this, bend your finger to show all the band here. I don't like to do it, but you can do it if you want. I prefer to spread my fingers like that. Boom. Be sure that your angle is not like that, but a little bit more like that. Not too much, like 10 degrees in this direction to hide it more. Release the part of the thumb. And you can see, it's impossible to see the band behind the thumb. But it is behind the thumb. Okay? So now the question is, how can I make reappear the band? To make reappear the band, when you are in this position, what you are gonna do is you're gonna place your middle finger on the thumb. Another finger. So you're gonna place the middle finger here. You're gonna say, okay, 1, 2, and for the last part here, you're gonna lift your hand. So just as a pivot, you use your 2 fingers as a pivot point here. So keep index and middle on your hand. As a pivot point, you lift it, and you're gonna release the band here by sliding your thumb inside of the palm, like that. You can see there is a buckle on my thumb, but from face, this buckle is invisible. And you just lift your finger to show that the band is here. Don't flash this part too much because they're gonna see the mark of the band on your hand. So, once more when you're here, boom, 1, 2, and the rhythm is very important here. When you lift your hand, your thumb is gonna slide inside of the hand. So you have to do both of them in almost at the same time. Boom, boom, okay, like boom, boom. Almost at the same time. The rhythm is important because if you do it too quickly, look what happened. It's gonna block. Ah, no. So be sure that the hand lift first and then the thumb do the move. But do them so quickly that they look like one move, okay? It's really a question of rhythm. It's like boom, boom. It's like, you see? I do both of them almost in the same time. And from face, it's just gonna look like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you a trick with one band. Open your finger to show everything. You see the band? So don't flash this part here, okay? Be sure that you have this kind of angle. You say, so be sure that this part here is not too much here, but it's gonna be okay. You say, oh, I'm gonna show you a trick with this band, you see? 1, 2, so stretch it and pew! It looks like it's broken. Then, other finger, put it here and lift the hand. 1, 2, and make the band appear. It's a question of rhythm. Train yourself and it's gonna be perfect. Don't flash this part too much so you can show your hand both sides and give the band as a souvenir. That's it. So here is the explanation of the Barnum triangle. It's one of the tricks I love. I've shared it on Instagram like 2 years ago, and a lot of people ask me, "Can you explain it?" And here is a momentum for it. So first, for the Barnum triangle, you have to do the clockwise twist beforehand. It's the same twist as the one you use for the Schrodinger's gap. So okay, it's the same twist first, so I will not explain it once more. So use the clockwise twist as the Schrodinger's gap. Then, instead of pinching it here, as it was the case for the Schrodinger's gap, you're gonna pinch it here. So I show you how. So you just stretch it a lot from under your hand, okay? You're gonna place it just in between the middle and index finger. Okay, you are in this position, like that, okay? Then you're gonna bend your fingers, your 2 fingers like that. You see, you bend them. And you're gonna squeeze them, okay? You squeeze the band in between the index and middle finger. Now that you squeeze them very hard, it's very important. You squeeze them hard, and now you're gonna put all this loop all around all your fingers, like that. Okay, so you are here, bend your finger, squeeze it, and put the loop all over the fingers. You are in this position. It can be hard when you train yourself to do it. So if it's hard first, try to do it with a band that is not doubled. Try to do it with a band that is single, like that, and try to keep the pressure here. And when you succeed to do it with the clockwise double bend. So, like that, squeeze it, okay, like that, squeeze it, like that, okay, you bend, squeeze, and put all the loop over your fingers. You're in this position. Now that you're in this position, keep the pressure very hard between your index and middle, and you can open between the middle and fourth finger, and it looks like that. It's crazy, no? It's so cool. Now, here is the secret of this move. With your index and middle finger of the other hand, you're gonna do this. The index finger gonna keep the pressure on this part of the index band, and your middle gonna keep the pressure on this part of the middle band. And then open the middle and index finger of this hand. Look what happened. Keep the pressure and look. The band just stays. That's the secret. So from another point of view, it looks like a gap. Okay? So it's not perfect because I don't have the good angle, but if I have the good angle from face, so you are here, don't stretch too much because a part of the band gonna slide on your knuckle, but from face it looks like that. Put it on your eye, it's perfect. Okay? So you are like that. Okay? Oh yeah, in this position you can see it very well. It's very hard to do it in the tutorial because I don't do it in this position normally, but you are in this position. Now that you're in this position, when you want to make the band reappear, all you have to do is to put your thumb a little bit more here. Sorry. So put your thumb not here, but a little bit more in this position. So not here, but more here. Be sure that all your fingers are open. You see? All your fingers have to be open. It's very hard to keep the position in this position, but you know what I mean? Can you see it, Raphael? Yes?
Yeah.
So open all your fingers to see all the parts of the band, and when you want to make reappear the band, put your thumb in this position, and all you have to do is to release the middle finger of this hand. So release this finger here, and look what happened. The band popped back. So here, stretch it, bend your fingers, pinch it, put everything inside of the loop. Now, index on index, middle on middle, open it but not too much. The thumb inside of the palm, a little bit like that, and release this finger but keep the index finger here. Just release this middle guy, and look what happened. The band pops back. So from face, it's gonna look like that. You are here. Don't flash this part, obviously. Here, do this. Okay, so don't do this, obviously. Just do like that. Show the gap. And release the middle finger of the hand that keeps the band, so this hand here, and the band reappears. So what is also important here is to not open it too much, because if you open it too much, it's what happened when I showed it to you in the tutorial just before, because I didn't have the good position. Look what happened. This band has to keep the contact on this knuckle. If you open it too much, it's gonna slide here. You don't want this slide to happen. So don't be this kind of person who wants too much, okay? Just do it enough, but not too much. You're gonna train yourself and you're gonna see it's very easy. So, like that. Here is a perfect gap. If I open it too much, look what happened. You can almost see it here, and it's not perfect, okay? So don't do it. And a last advice that I have to give you, when you do it, what I do is this. Instead of doing the setup like that and like that, what I love to do is to begin like that, okay? So I put it here, and I put my index finger inside of the loop. And I show the bend like that. And then I release, and I do the setup. So when you do it quickly, it looks like that. Oh, there is a bend. I'm gonna show you something cool. And boom, you are ready to go. You see? Like that. Lift the mid, put the thumb here, lift the middle, and that's it. So here is the explanation of Heaven's Door. So first you need to have the clockwise twist here, as it was the case for the Barnum triangle and for the Schrödinger gap. Okay, I will not explain it once more. So when you are in this position, all you have to do, it's very similar to the Barnum triangle, but instead of pinching it here, you're gonna pinch it right here. So you stretch the band, you place it between a part of the band between the fourth and middle, and a part of the band between the index and middle finger. So you are like that, okay? You see? So from this position, it's very cool because you can show the band to people like, oh, there is a band, guys, it's normal and everything, and what do you want, okay? So now that you're in this position, here is what you're gonna do, okay? You are just here. You're gonna bend your fingers and keep the pressure between index, middle, and between fourth and middle finger. And you're gonna open your hand, so keep the pressure, and you're gonna put all the loop here around all the fingers. That's just it, okay? Boom. Boom. You're in this position from behind, okay? That's it. And now, if I keep the pinch between middle and index finger, but if I release this part between the fourth and middle, so I just gonna release this part here, I release it, look what happened. It's crazy, no? The band pop back. So from behind, it looks like that. The band just goes back. That's magical, I know, it's crazy. So you just say, oh guys, here is a band, I'm gonna show you a trick. It's so natural. It's the perfect trick for impromptu. You can even stretch your pinky finger to show this part here, okay? But no need to do it, but if you want, you can. So you can show this part here. But I don't like to do it, but you can if you want. And now look what happened. If you want to penetrate the pencil inside of the band, all you have to do is just to place the pencil here. So don't place the pencil like that or like that. Place the pencil like that. Don't ask me why, it just works like that, okay? So not like that, but with this angle. So with this angle, not here, but more here. The more you're gonna be here, the more it's gonna be easy. So not here, but here. So in between the thumb and pinky, and then release the part between the middle and fourth finger. Not the part here. This part stay here, okay? And look, not like that, but like that. And when it touch it, when I release the part when I said, here's what happened. Don't ask me why, it's just magic. So from face, it's just like that. Oh guys, I'm gonna show you a trick with a band and wow, and oh even that or whatever. And oops, sorry, and I'm a bad magician. And 1, 2, so not like that, but more like that, opposite direction. Okay, not too much here. Here it's perfect, and it penetrates. I don't know what to say. It's just magic, and it works. So train yourself. I know it's hard. Train yourself to keep the pressure here while you release this one, and be sure that you don't do a big move, like a horrible move. Be sure that you do it in a subtle way. You look, I'm gonna release this part without moving my fingers. Oops, I did the anti-clockwise. It's a beginner mistake, like that, look, see? That's what happened. It's just magic. I love this trick so much. That's it. Voilà. So here is the tutorial for the Hell's doors. I love this trick so much. It's so cool. So it's similar to the Heaven's door, but instead of having a clockwise twist at the beginning like that, I'm gonna show you 3 tricks. So the 3 following tricks, gonna use the anti-clockwise twist first. So for the anti-clockwise, instead of doing this at the beginning, okay, this, you do the opposite. So instead of doing this, you do this. Okay, it's half of a twist, but not in this direction, but in the opposite direction. Okay, so here, okay, here, like that, anti-clockwise. That's it, that's all. So now that you've done the anti-clockwise twist, here is what to do. You remember the Schrödinger's gap? You're gonna do the same, and it's gonna work. So now that you've done the anti-clockwise twist, you do the Schrödinger gap setup, okay? And you do the Schrödinger gap move when you keep this part here and when you just release this part like that, okay? And look what happened when you release this part here. The band pops here. I mean, I can't say more. It's just magical. Look, that's it. And when you do this anti-clockwise and Schrödinger gap trick, so obviously you don't do the Schrödinger gap stuff, you just release this part of the, so you keep the pressure here and you release this part here, and you do it at the same time where you put a pencil here. So you put a pencil here, but if the pencil is on your hand like that, look what happened. Ah, that's terrible, that's awful. So to avoid it and to do the penetration, you just have to place the band. I did not well. You place the pencil here and leave the pencil like from this high. I mean, maybe here it's gonna work, not too much, not like that, so no contact, but like that. And look what happened. That's it. So it looked like a penetration. And if you want to do a perfect penetration for this trick, here, my name is Sir Thomas, I'm so proud of me and everything. Okay, so if you want to do penetration, do a little shake. Not like that, not like that, not like that, or even not like that, but more like that, okay? And look, boom. And here you see that it's very important to have other bands of the same color on your wrist, because if you don't have them, it's not gonna work. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm so excited and all. So yeah, so here, and boom! And from face, I'm gonna show you because I think you're gonna see it. From face, it just looks like that. Boom! Penetration. That's it. Here is the explanation of the Kanitsa triangle. First, you do an anti-clockwise, not a clockwise, an anti-clockwise twist at the beginning, like the previous health door. Then, when you're in this position, what you do is the same setup, you have to learn it, the same setup of the heavens door. So you go here, bend, pinch, and you are in this position, okay? That's the same setup as the heavens door. But you're gonna do something else, guys, because it's not the same effect. When you're in this position, you can open your pinky here to show this part there. That's perfect now. Now you're gonna bend a little bit your fingers. Oops, I did the effect. So keep the pressure, bend a little bit your fingers, okay? And look what happened when you bend your fingers like that. When you open them, you see, because your fingers are bent, the knuckle here just keep the bend here. The knuckle here, because it's bent, just keeps the bend here. You see? So you can even show this like that, but I don't recommend it, but you could if you want. You see? It's crazy now. So for this trick, all you have to do is, so you show the pinky here, you bend, so my advice is to bend all of them just a little bit, just enough to be sure that the bend gonna lie lay on one of them. It's gonna lay on one of them. And then, when you're in this position, you can open the index finger. So, don't have this angle. Be sure that you have more an angle like that to not flash the part here. Okay, so not like that, but a little bit more like that. Okay, not like that, a little bit more like that. And open it. You can stretch these fingers if you want. So it's as you want. You can bend both of the fingers and do this, or you can open these fingers and just bend this one. I don't know what you prefer, but you can do both of them. So from behind it looks like that. Okay, it just lay here because it's bent. If I open it, here is what happened. So I keep the contact here, I keep the pressure here, okay? Like that. Oh look, it's crazy now. And how to make it reappear? You just have to open your index finger. The band gonna slide and the magic happens. Then you release the pressure here and the bend is complete. So that's all you have to do. Here, keep the pressure, okay? Bend the finger, open your pinky, have the good angle. A lot of angles work for it. And open the index and smoothly, not too much, open the index finger until this one slides on the index finger. You see, not too much, slowly but surely, boom! Then open these two guys to release the bend and you are ready to go. So from face, it's like that. Oh guys, I have a bend here. Boom! Not this angle. Bend a little bit, more this angle. Don't flash this part here, okay? I exaggerate to show you, but not too much. Just a little bit, it works like that. Open the index. Be sure that... I prefer to open these guys because if you don't look, you can see a part here, but if you open them, the skin gonna hide them. So that's why I prefer to do it with these guys very extend like that, okay? So here, and when I open my index finger, it reappears. So if you want, no need for it, but if you want, you can take like, I don't know, do you have something like, you can take a card, okay? I don't like to do it, but if you want, you can take a card and say, oh guys, I just cut the band, and it's cut, and then, I mean, it's cool, you can do it like that if you want, it's a tip, but yeah, whatever. Be sure that you master your angles, train yourself in front of camera, and I tell you that this one is a real gem. Look, oh, what's more? Raf, come on. It's so easy to do. Like that, and oh, it's a puzzle, no? So you see, if I keep like that, you can see a part here, so I prefer to extend them. I really like it like that. Don't show this, so be sure that you have a good angle, and boom! Don't open it too much, no need for it. Just let it slide, and keep the pressure. You will need a lot of training for this one. So to train yourself, my recommendation is to not double it first. Don't double it first. Just train yourself as for the Evans door to do this. Train yourself without doubling it first. And when you master this kind of move, you can try with the double one. So be sure that your tendons and muscles are ready for it. When they are not ready for it, train yourself without doubling it, and more they're gonna be ready to do it. But it's not complicated. And one last advice, the more you're gonna bend the fingers, the more it's gonna be easy. This is crazy, no? Even if the more it's gonna be easy to keep the pressure here without pinching it a lot. You see, I don't have to pinch it. But if I want to make the bend reappear, I have to pinch this part here as the last. But it's gonna work. Don't flash this part here, but it's just to show you that the more you bend and the more it's gonna be easy. But it's not my favorite method, but you can do it first if it's hard to do the other method. Okay, that's just an advice. See you guys. So here is the explanation of Vision Constrictor. So this trick is mainly inspired by armband by Eddie Marcus. So thank you very much, Eddie Marcus, for giving me the right to teach my version of this armband effect that I called Vision Constrictor. So I invite you to take a look at armband because it was the first version of it and it's very cool. So here is the explanation of it. First, you need to do the anti-clockwise twist, so not this one, but this one, as it was the case for the two previous effects. Then, you have to put the band like that, and like that, as it was the case for the Canisa triangle. So you can even do this. So it's the same as the Canisa triangle beginning, so I will not teach it twice. Okay, it's like the Canisa triangle. But instead of releasing the index part as it was the case for the Canisa triangle, you're gonna release this part here, the part between middle and fourth finger. So when you're in this position, you can show the band like that. Open your hand the more you can, keep a hard pressure here, and then release this part here between the fourth and middle finger. Here is what happened, look. The band disappears. But in fact it's here. And when you're gonna release it, look what happened. The band gonna jump here. That's it. That's crazy, no? So you need to have more bands here of the same color, obviously. But when you do the trick, you just pretend. You can show it like that. You just pretend to take the band, but when you pretend to take it, you release this part here. Okay? So you do this. Oops, sorry. I release the index and middle finger part. So you do this. As if you had it, so don't keep this weird gesture here, but even if it's cool, okay? So people think, oh, it became invisible, okay? And 1, 2, and 3. So it's a question of rhythm. The more you have the good rhythm, and the more it's gonna be cool, okay? So it's really a question of rhythm. It's like, take the band and put it back here. And when you put other bands around your wrist, I will take my back. I'm so old, guys. You can't imagine how hard it is for me. Anti-clockwise. So you are here. You say, "Oh, I have a band." Boom, put it back here. Mine to take it, and boom, give it for examination, and that's it. So to conclude this project, what I want to give you as an advice is to not train yourself too much with rubber bands, because the more you're gonna use rubber bands, and the more the rubber bands are gonna be you. I'm Dr. Sir Thomas, and that's the end.